Hello and welcome to another. What league is this anyway? Where the points are made up and the crap, I haven't forgot my own intro. I'm terrible. Oh well. Oh well. So let's get on to the game. In we go. So we're gonna we actually need to rename these guys to Team Order and Chaos. That was what I forgot. Team Order, Team Chaos. There we are. Team Order and Team Chaos are going to be facing off in a battle of wits and wills as they do go. Why am I speaking like a British man? Because I've been doing it all morning and it's really taking its toll on my mentality. But we have Geb over here as the support on the Order side. Shablanc in the ADC role, Ra going to the solo lane most likely, with Ao Kwang in the mid lane and Neja as the jungler. Over here on the Chaos side we have a Sun Wukong. Looks like he's going to be going to support. A Anhur going as the ADC. Mid lane Scylla. Circuit in the jungle, and lastly Anubis in solo, excuse me. So, if you don't know, if you've never watched this before, we do cover up the names so that way you don't know what league they are in. Oh right, now I remember my intro. What league is it anyway, where the meta's made up and the tribute points don't matter? There we go. And so, basically, it's all anonymous. We don't know who they are, what league they're in, or anything like that. And your job as the viewer is to try and guess the league based upon their play, their skins, anything you can think of. And you're supposed to figure out, are they bronze, silver, diamond, platinum, masters? And at the end, I will reveal what it is that they are. And you will get to have a fun time exploring the fact that they are different leagues or whatnot. So, pretty normal start over here in the mid lane. Everybody doing that kind of thing. Over in the solo lane, or duo, excuse me, they're just going to be tit for tatting. And finally, everybody getting here in the solo. Ra and Neja are going to have a little bit of a better time right off the bat. They do have that heal, but Anubis is going to have an easy time clearing out the minions, especially if he's leveling up his grasping hands first. They are a very good source of clearing the wave. Ra now does have... He might have gotten 2 points into his Solar Blessing, which would help his minions tank it a little bit more. I don't know if he's picked any abilities in his slow yet. Put any points in his slow ability. There we go. I'll get it. It's always a process. It's always a process. And so they're going to be pushing back on their tower, putting quite a lot of damage onto the two solo laners, Circuit and Anubis. Very, very low right now. This could possibly be a kill time if Ra can get the work done. Neja just needs they need to clear out the minions, and Neja needs to land a ring. Oh, she misses the ring. She gets the sash. Ra lands the beam, and that's going to be even more damage between the two of them. The health pot's being used as they split up so far that I can't zoom out on one particular person. There they go. It's the auto zoom feature that helps everything. Neja looking for Circuit in the jungle. Following her, he's going to follow her over to the small harpies. Nope, Neja looking for a gank on mid. It seems Circuit's onto her shenanigans. His shenanigans. Neja just going to pass through. Hey mid, what's up? See you later. Over in 2-0. Pretty standard. The Jablanc putting out the poison dots for the poke. Geb's got plenty of mana, so he can hit that shockwave as much as he wants to at the moment. But Neja's move speed is safe. There is no early invade. There is a ward down here, so they are able to keep track of Neja, if you saw it over there in the corner. And it did just run out, so they're no longer going to have that, like, deep invasion wards. Circuit's possibly looking to catch her over in the... Not that, going for mid. Circuit behind Ao Kwang. He has no idea. She dashes. She uses the madness. There comes the dragon ultimate. How much damage? Oh my god, that's so much damage. Ao Kwang's still alive, and he gets a kill on Scylla. Oh my goodness. He almost got the Circuit as well. She is so low health. If he had managed to land a squall, she would have been quite dead. Thankfully, she did not stay in the tornado for much longer, so she did survive. Neja looking to pick up the kill there, but Sun Wukong is going to rotate over and play support, do his job, going for the mid camps, but Neja should be able to clean this up pretty easily if she's got a hog ready. She doesn't, so she leashes it. Looks like Geb's going to be there. Oh, they're going to turn it right onto Sun Wukong, putting out a lot of damage. The shield's coming out, trying to avoid the slow. There's Oven to the ultimate. Neja takes the lovely Wukong. I can't... How do I do that? bloody thing. Oh, misses the ring toss, though. There's the flame. There's the cleanup. Neja picks up the kill on the Sun Wukong in the jungle, and Xeblanc's looking for the on her. Will it be success? Nope, not quite enough on the poison darts to clean him up. Serket putting some pressure on the mid camps. Order team does get the mid camps. And Serket's going to go cover the middle lane. Good play by her, not just, you know, jumping into the jungle. Her red buff is still up, so Neja could look to contest that over there if she knows or is aware of its presence. Geb going to go over and start blue as soon as it spawns, so he's, you know, pretty up on his spawn timers, which, I mean, it's not too hard these days as there is a little clock that they have. Anubis not doing as badly in the solo lane as I thought he would be doing. He is level 6, only one level behind. He's still getting pushed out a little bit. But Ra doing a great job at farming. Ra currently up by about 300 gold in the solo lane. So at 4.5 minutes, that's pretty significant. Ao Kuang getting that red buff for himself, thanks to Neja's help. Very nice there. It looks like Order did get both of the mid camps. And that'll be that. Everybody kind of rotating around, looking for different options to go. Serket dropping the blue for solo lane. Very good thing there by her. On her in a awkward spot, but he does get his blue in time. If Geb had gotten over there just a little bit faster, it could have been difficult. Sun Wukong engaging a little soon, using the tiger stance to stun out the Geb, but it wasn't really useful as Xeblanc jumps right on top of that on her. Here comes the Geb ultimate. It's going to stop everybody from moving. On her's Desert Fury isn't quite enough to take down the Xeblanc as the Geb shield is perfectly timed. Sun Wukong working what he can. On her's pillar doing what it can. There comes the tiger stun. He does get stunned out. He's got 1 health left. Oh my god, the dragon is rotated over perfectly in time. Will they be able to follow this up? Xeblanc. Did Xeblanc go down? Yes, he did. It looks like Scylla rotated over from the mid lane and able to pick off the Xeblanc. Or Xibelunge, whichever way you'd like to put it. Serket looking for another pick over here in the duo. Wukong being forced to go back. So it's a nice one for O-Trade in favor of Team Chaos. Didn't lose anybody in that engagement offhand, so they can hold their heads high. Ao Kuang coming back into the mid, going to clear that out. It'd have been a little bit better if Scylla had rotated over a smidge earlier. They might have been able to pick up Geb as well, or possibly turn on Ao Kuang. But still, nonetheless, this is a random ranked. We don't know what kind of communication, if they're all on curse, if they're not on curse at all. Who knows? Geb getting that experience, staying close enough to the wave that regardless of what happens, he already tagged him, so it's kind of a moot point. Xeblanc landed a lot of poke damage onto the on her, forcing him back under tower. Neja cruising by the mid camps, waiting for them to spawn. Just going to chill out there. Scylla doesn't know he's there. Ward coverage by the blue team is outstanding. Wards, wards, wards. More wards and more wards. Chaos team has a whole 1 ward. Xeblanc on top of that. Geb rolling out into the mid lane. Looks like he's going right on over to the left camps. There's the tornado. Is he going to use the Hand of the Gods? Doesn't even need it. Doesn't even need it. And over here in the right lane, looks like they are jumping on Anubis. He is barely dead. Almost survived that. He managed to get the grasping hands down, wrap up the Neja, but he was unable to dodge the Ra beam. Serket left her by her own devices to defend that tower. Instead, over here, Geb going on top of on her. Is he going to land a shockwave? Nope, but the Cataclysm is here. Ao Kuang blinking in. Is he looking for the squall? There's the dragon! No! Barely misses the on her. Jumps over the dragon. Very nice play there by on her. Spot on noticing of the things. Ra in some trouble over here. He's got the ultimate ticking away on him using his heal beam. Now it's going to turn on to Serket. Is she going to be able... Oh, my goodness! Are there any arrows? No! Serket outplays Ra in the solo lane. Very well played there by her. Xeblanc really wants on her, getting the poison darts ticking away. 4 auto attacks in a row there. On her just taking all the damage. Not quite sure why he wanted to stay there, but he said, you know what? I'm a lion and I don't care because I eat people. Geb hitting only 1 minion with a shockwave because the rest of them moved up. Now it's a reverse over on the right side. We got the jungler for Order defending, and Chaos's solo laner is there. Can Anubis push Neja back? That is the good question of the day, and it shall be the thing, because Anubis has the push potential. Neja, not quite anymore. He can, you know, do it decently, but if he's not leveling up his ring toss, he's not going to have poop for clear Mainly speaking, Serket, Wukong coming over here to the left side, looking to gank on the Jablanc, but Geb's rolling over as fast as he can. There he is, gets the madness on top of him, knocking her up into the air. Serket jumping away. Geb going to be starting up the blue buff. These guys looking pretty spot on. This is a very smart play here by Geb, leaving Jablanc to get his stacks and his damage out. Jablanc running out of mana. So, perfect time for blue buff. Serket looking to steal. Oh, she gets the steal. Jablanc's out of mana. There's nothing they can do right now. If Neja goes over there, all Jablanc can do is auto attack, missing the sash, landing the ultimate on top of the honor. Jablanc's going to be waiting at the bottom to throw down one more auto attack, and it's not even necessary as Neja brings him down quite dead. So, good play there by Neja. Good heads-up play by Neja, rotating over. But they did lose the blue buff, so that's going to force Jablanc to have to buy a few more mana pots to deal with the average things. The Dragon Ultimate coming out of the mid lane is not going to hit Scylla. Instead, Scylla lands the crush, and now she's going to try and land the I'm a Monster. Can she be a monster of things? No, she cannot. She does not quite get the dead. And Ao Kuang able to get away thanks to a Ra Beam heal. Able to stay alive, squiggle out under tower. Geb coming over there. Serket looking for the jump on the wall. There she goes. Is she going to find the madness? No, Ao Kuang just not quite sure what they're throwing things at. They were trying to throw it over the wall. Here comes the Squall. Still in some big trouble. She's way behind enemy lines, and there is no support, in which Geb and Ao Kuang able to clean her up. Very nice. Quite nice. Ra looking at the right lane here, really wants to go in and try and kill this Anubis. Is he going to start off with an ultimate, or is he going to just work on clearing out the minion waves if Ra even does not have his ultimate available, so it's not an option. Attention mastering OP. So let's check out some of these items while we have the slight lull in the fight. We have a Doom Orb for the Ao Kuang in mid, who's got that probably fully stacked at 3-0 at 10 minutes into the game with no deaths. That's going to be quite painful. He's also building a Warlock Sash, it looks like, so he's looking to build the tankiness. Same thing with Ra. He's going for a Warlock Sash. He does have the tiny trinket, so he's going for a little bit of lifesteal. Anubis, however, on the other side, is gotten Boots 3, which I'm not quite sure I totally agree with, because Anubis is extremely powerful where it comes to lifesteal. And he is one of the few gods that can go above the lifesteal cap. And it's like they fixed it the other few patches ago where he can't go too far over like he used to be able to, but he can still go pretty high. Anyway, so having a Bancroft on Anubis early game is ridiculous. He can put out tons of damage, and he can keep himself alive against people like Ra just by using his Locust Breaths. And Ra going in for the slow, going to land it. Is he going to land the beam on top of him? Not quite. Doesn't look like he's going for the beam. Just putting the simple pressure on him. Serket rotating on over. Anubis being great bait for that. Here comes the Scorpion. Is she going to land the madness? She does. Dashes through. Beads used. And heal beam out. Very nice. Looks like Scylla went down in the mid lane while we were discussing this over on the right side. Scylla does have the Book of Thaw, so she did have a bit of a slow start. This could be building up to more of a damage and glass cannon build for Scylla in the mid versus the Ao Kuang and Ra are going for a slightly tanky build over just pure glass cannon. Geb and Sun Wukong, pretty standard. Just got their Midas boots, going for their Iron Mails, stuff like that. Jablanc, Devil Gloves, boots. He skipped Death's Toll. Interesting pickup by him. He must have started the level 2 gloves. And over there on the other side, we have On Her with his Death's Toll boots, and I totally missed that kill on Serket as they were taking her out the red. We'll back up and check that out real quick. Serket right here. Is there going to be a Dragon Ultimate? Not even necessary. There it is. Just the Squall. There it is. Very nice. I mean, we had this rewind ability in these games. Why not use it? So, looks like they're going to collapse over here on Geb on the left side, or on Geb. On her, Geb is going to collapse. Sun Wukong coming in from the backside, land a couple smacks on top of Geb. But On Her got his Devil Gloves and boots pretty much on the line as well, so they're pretty darn even in the duo lane. It's the solo lane that the discrepancy is painful as Anubis takes a Ra ultimate point blank to the face. Doesn't quite land him to the dead, but he is not going to be outside of that tower anytime soon until he can get some health and or go back to base. Mid-camp spawning soon. Looks like they want to get the right side camps over there for the Order team. Chaos team has pretty firm control of this left side. They do have 3 people there. Right sides are now gone. Left side's coming up on the docket. Serket auto attack in the air because reasons. And they are going to be going to the Chaos side. Oh, we got a pickup of a Sun Wukong. He's gone up into the air. He is not on the cloud he wants to be on. Instead, he's just going to get absolutely destroyed by a Spirit's Tempest right down the lane. One thing you don't want to do when you're fighting a dragon is try and be in the jungle. LeBlanc avoiding almost every shot from Anher's ultimate, staying alive. He is out of mana, so he's not going to be trying to re-engage. He does want his blue buff, though. So he's going to be looking for that Ra going back to base to farm up. Anubis rotates to mid. Ao Kuang's going to be a little frustrated with the fact that nobody else is there. Instead, he's just going to go get his red buff that Neja has dropped upon the ground like a good little boy. Neja going for his move speed if Serket doesn't go over there and try and steal it. Anubis really deep in the enemy jungle right now. Coming behind, he's going to almost get some ticks of damage on him. If Neja and Ao Kuang can collapse on Anubis, that could be quite painful for him. Instead, Sylla's going to go back in the mid lane. Ao Kuang's got 3 levels on Sylla in the mid, so definitely has the control in that. Serket over on the left side, trying to invade the jungle, unable to do so. Neja has his speed buff. Will Ao Kuang try and cut her off at the pass? There's the slither. Oh, the squall misses. So Serket with her ultimate squigglies is going to be able to get out of that. Anubis over on the right side having a lot of fun with Sun Wukong's help on this Ra. Ra juking out everything. Unfortunately, the laser light show is cut short for reasons unknown. There's the big laser light show, not able to do enough damage against the Ra. In his own heal beam, Anubis really needs to get a Divine Ruin or something to deal with Ra's healing. He can't put out enough damage with those boots alone. There comes the Spirit's Tempest through. Doesn't hit anybody. The Geb Cataclysm able to stop the Anubis just short of anything useful. And Ra looking for some more. Instead, is going to get picked up by Serket. Neja going to clean up that Anubis. Not quite. Ring toss, ring toss, ring toss. Yes, he got the ring toss. And not able to follow up on the Serket anymore. Whew. Over here on the left side, Shibalanke going after on her. Will he get one more shot? One more shot! Oh, not quite. Just barely max distance. If he had managed to pop his ult, that does extend his range of his shots a little bit more. That might have landed a kill on him. For him, Neja over here in the side. She's looking for the Sylla. Gets the kill on Sylla, trying to get away from the Serket now. Will she be able to do it? Tries to land the sash. There comes the Sun Wukong. They're going to be able to kill themselves. And Neja! If Neja had landed that ring, no! Neja manages to kill Serket. He got one good crit, one shot. Serket, very nice play there. Heads up and just quite lucky, honestly. I mean, the fact that you get that one shot that crits. Awesome. Awesome. Shibalanke going really hard on her. Pops the sprint. Is he going to use the ultimate? I think he didn't just use the ultimate, did he? Yeah, maybe he did. Honor spears him into the wall. Very nice spear, but he is going to take the poison darts for his troubles. And that's going to be a dead Honor, just outboxing him. Anubis trying to come up from behind and flank the Shibalanke, but Ao Kuang also coming in. Geb really deep in that area. He's going to get caught out, I think. Like a bloody click on him. The slow being used. Oh, yeah, he's quite dead. No, maybe not. If they can land all sorts of ultimates on them, that could be the end of There's the Spirit's Tempest. Oh, my God! They just erased Serket now. Sylla is next up on the docket. I'm sorry, Sun Wukong. Sylla is in the mid lane. Wukong goes down, and red buff is theirs. Team order just spot on. 15 to 2 at 16 minutes. 17 minutes. Gold Fury will be theirs. I think this game is going to be wrapping up pretty soon. But goodness gracious, the plays by these guys are pretty awesome. They're moving around as a team now, and they're looking for trouble. They're snapping their fingers in anticipation of their imminent victory. Ao Kuang taking out the Anubis. Shibalanke taking a lot of poke damage from that Sylla in the mid lane. Honor looking for his opportunity to go in. Chaos really needs to... They're getting just out-rotated right now. Currently, they're getting out-leveled, too. The only person out-leveling anybody else on order is Wukong's got 1 level on Geb. But that's it. I mean, the experience difference is kind of absurd. I believe it's... Yeah, 15,000 experience difference, 9k gold difference. This is nutty. Nutty. I mean, we can tell that, you know, the Neja doing his work. 6-0, missing the sash, unfortunately. Neja's just skating by with barely not dying. I mean, that one engagement on the right side, almost dead, but not quite. Managed to get, I think, a double kill. Kev rolling in on the left side, coming in. Is he going to land the shockwave? They're looking for Anubis. Ao Kwang coming in now. There's, oh my goodness, there's the Spirit's Tempest. Going to clean up the Sun Wukong. Majorly seemed kind of overkill, if you ask my opinion, but Neja going deep into the tower. There it is. That's interesting to see also that that the turret now does not target Neja when he goes up into his ultimate. Used to be if he went up and under his ultimate. Oh my goodness, there's the surrender vote for Team Chaos. That is going to be the end of that. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here because I know what league they're in. The question is, do you guys? And are you prepared for the spoilers? Are you prepared for the spoilers? I want to see you spam what you think it is, and here it comes. They were, in fact, platinum. These guys were platinum. So, you now have your minds blown. Thank you for watching this lovely episode of What League Is It Anyway?